Hi guys, welcome to this video on SharePoint. In this module, I want to talk about how you can create a library and what you can do in terms of modifying that library. So on the screen, I have a library called Word, a document library called Word with the default fields, and then I've added a couple and it's got conditional formatting on this one. And if I change the date on that to 25, the red should disappear. Like so, and it's come up with OK. So it's got a formula in there. So I want to create a new one. So to do that, I'm just going back up to the top level, home, and then create new. So new document library, and I'll call this one Excel. It comes up. So I'll use a blank list. You've got options here for preset lists if you want invoices or a media library or a learning library. But I'm going for this one, blank. I'll call it Excel. You can write a description if you want, but I'm just going to create that, and it'll come up with the default library columns, which is basically name, modified, modified by, etc., etc. So this is now sitting here, but I want it to come under the rest of this. So what you need to do down the bottom there is click on Edit, and then once you've got Edit, you can click on the ellipses for Excel and create that as a sublink to the others documents. Come down and save that, and then it will sit underneath documents like that. So what I've got here is these preset headings. So basically I need to upload a file, so I'll do that now. Upload file. Just pick any old file. That one, don't know what's in there, but it doesn't matter. I'm not going to open it. So you've got the file path there modified a few seconds ago by myself. So what I want to do is add a few different columns. So we'll get that out of the way, and then I've got this add column. So these are columns to come across the top there. So when I click on add column, it'll give me a list of different column types and then a link to get ones at the bottom there. So I want a date and time one, so I'm clicking on that and then going next. This is going to be review date. I want to call it review date, and then it's got date and time. That's the type. That's okay. You can tick this on if you wanted the time, but I don't want a default value either, so I'm just going to save that, and then that should add that column in there. Now if you want to type a date in there, you need to click on this option at the top, edit in grid view. So I'll click on that, and then I'll put today's date in there, and then you can see how that works. Okay, so now I need to add another column. This time I want to add a calculated column, which is not in this list. So you have to come right down to the bottom and then see all column types, then go next. It will give you a list of all the SharePoint column types for this. So I'm coming down here, I want a calculated option. This is going to be called status, and it's going to be a calculated field. And if I come down, you've got formula options there. It's going to be a single line of text, because I'm going to put an if statement in here in the formula bit. So in here, I'm going to do an if statement. So if, open bracket, and then you can click on the fields. So I've got review date there. I'll double click that. If the review date is less than today, so less than today, you have to put an open and close bracket on there. That's a function for today, the computer clock, comma, then in quotes, I want it to say check, close quotes, comma. If it's not true, then it's going to be okay, but that's got to go in quotes as well. So that's the formula there, and then come down, make sure that's on that, and then save, click OK to that, and then that should come in there. It's saying OK, because that's Status is okay. Today's date. So if I change that to 23, so I need to edit that. So I've got to go in there and put 23 on there. That should flick that over. And then it should say check, which it does. So what I want to do now is have that go red if it says check. So from the column heading, you go drop the arrow down, column settings, and then format this column. And then you've got conditional format, and there's an option there. Now, if I go manage rules, you can add a rule. So the rule is going to be on the column called status. If it's equal to, and then I'm typing the word check. If it's equal to check, I want it to show red. So red. Okay. So that's what I want. Save that. Close this out of the way, and it's gone red. So if I put today's date back in here, that should go back to the default color and say OK, which it does. So that's the columns, adding the columns, doing a calculated field there to check a date that you've added there. In this column, you just type in the date that you reviewed it on. So that's that bit. Now, what you can also do is you can manage who can see this. So if I click on this, you've got, if I come out of edit view, you've got these 3 ellipses here. And if you click on that, you can go into manage access, and then you can decide who can see this. So at the moment there's 4 groups in here. So you've got visitors, for example, can view. So if I change this so they can not download, for example, and apply that so they can't download it, and then you're going back. So you just change the options there. You've got links that you can send to people. You can create a link, share a link, and give people access through this. So you've got options there: can edit, can view, can't download. Also down at the bottom there where you've got settings, you can just set it so it's only people that you want to be able to have this link. It's totally up to you how you want to do that. I'm going to close that off, and I'm not going to send this. I'll just cancel that off. So it's quite important when you create a library that you make sure you've got the settings how you want them in terms of columns, and how you've got the permissions is totally up to you. But you don't want, sometimes you don't want everybody to be able to see a particular item. Now if I go into settings at the top, you've got library settings. So if I click on that and then go into more library settings, you've got in there permissions for this document library. Click on that, and then this is what you can do. So at the moment, this library will take the permissions from the site. So you've got the option there to stop doing that. OK. And then you can edit these permissions yourself. So you've got members, owners, and visitors. So you might not want visitors at all. So if I click on this one, I can remove user permissions altogether. So they don't have any permissions, and it moves them completely out of here, so you can't have visitors. And you could do that for owners or members. If I click on members, you might want to edit the permissions. So at the moment they can edit, but if I edit it, maybe you want to just put them to read only, and then OK to that. So you're just making sure that the right people have access to these files in this library. Then once you're happy with all of that, you should really check permissions by clicking on this and then type in somebody's name. Check. So I've got full control, so I'm an owner of this. So let's close that off. So if you've removed somebody, or you've got members of staff that you've just got read only, you want to just type somebody's name in there and just double check that they can only read and not actually have full control. Now if you want to get back, you just click on the cog, go back to site content, and you'll come back to your site. Let's come back into site content. There's documents, there's Excel, and it'll show us that. So we're back there. So you've created a library, you've added extra columns, you've done a calculated field, and you've put conditional formatting on it. You've also gone into settings to make sure that the permissions are how you want them. You've also set permissions on this document itself through manage access, and you've really tied this down now so members can't actually do anything to this file, they can only look at it, whereas the owners can edit it and have full control. So that's all I want to talk about on this little session: how you can create your own document library, how you can modify it in the menu on the left hand side of the screen, how you can add columns and conditional formatting and calculation columns, how you can protect it by changing permissions for the document or the whole library. The whole library would apply to all documents, not just this one. So that these ellipses is for this document. The options up there, site settings and library settings, is for this library. So hopefully that video was of use. Thank you for your time. I'll catch you on the next one.